How's it going, everybody? I'm going to be doing a little bit of work with my Roli Seaboard blocks, and yeah, see if I can get some of this working. This is the first time that I'm trying to actually go live and also record it at the same time. Try to do some highlights from here. So let's look at TouchDesigner MIDI mapping with the Roli Seaboard. First thing that I want to show is what the Roli is. If you haven't seen the Roli before, this is the Roli. It is a MIDI keyboard that allows you to connect via Bluetooth, and then it has multiple blocks that connect to it with magnets, and that's how it actually charges. So yeah, let's take a look at what's going on. When you first actually get into doing any kind of MIDI mapping, when you first try to do, excuse me, when you first try to set up a MIDI and you try to do a MIDI in, over here, this will say device 0, and you'll have this yellow square or yellow triangle right here, and you're not going to get anything. You can push all you want on the buttons and nothing's going to come up. What you have to do is figure out how yours is set up. And the way that you do this is you can actually jump to the operator that holds this information right here. If you click this button, and it's going to jump me to this operator. There we go. And you see that my Seaboard block is in 1. Now, originally when you plug anything in, nothing is going to show up. So what you have to do is you actually have to go in and map it first. So we're going to go up to the top, go into MIDI Device Mapper. Then from MIDI Device Mapper, you'll have the option to set up sliders and buttons. It might take a little while for it to show up because anything that's connected via USB or that's a MIDI input or output is trying to get all of that information at the same time while streaming OBS. There we go. So when this comes up, you'll have device mappings. Originally, nothing will be here. And what you need to do is you need to create a new mapping. And then in here, you can actually set up your names. So I've set up Seaboard block, and then Seaboard block as the output and the MIDI map. For the MIDI map, how you create that is you go to Devices, and this will actually show you the devices that are currently available, as well as the mappings that are currently available, as well as the ability to change the mappings. So I currently don't have any sliders available on the Seaboard block. I currently have everything set up as a button. It seems to work a lot better just with the Seaboard because the Seaboard has a lot more range. There's a lot more values coming in. So if you type down here at the bottom, you'll see all of the different notes coming in. Note off, note on. And what you're going to be looking for is in the message, if you're getting 90, 30, that's going to be the on, and 80, 30, that's off. Dash dash is anything that's it's kind of like an asterisk. It's kind of filling in an any place. I'm also just realizing that I've detected 38% of lost frames over the last 2 minutes. So yeah, this is a good test. Hopefully, let me actually, while I'm here, I'm going to actually test. Actually, 18%. I'm going to put this into performance mode. See if that helps out some. Okay, so now in performance mode, There's a 33% CPU on Streamlabs. It's already going down to 31%. And we've got 60 frames per second now. So hopefully this goes faster. So you're able to see now any of the inputs that come in. And yeah, you just kind of have to figure out which are the on MIDI messages and which are the off MIDI messages. So 90-30 being on, as I was saying, so you'll see note on as a 90. And where are we at? Come on. Oop, just a single note. Where are my note ons? Anybody seeing a note on? Note on. Come on. There it was. It's too fast. Anyways, 90, and then you'll see 30, but then 80 and 30. And I had to go through, in the Roli, you will have to use, there's a few different types of options for you to set up when you're using the Roli. And I'll go over it because it's pretty important how you set it up. So I'm going to pull up Roli really quickly. I'm still getting 15% frame loss over the last 2 minutes. Not good. Been on for 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, so what I have now is my Roli dashboard set up. So this is everything that I have set up for Roli. And what you want to have it in is single channel. You can have it in multi-channel, but it's going to give you a lot more information than you really need. Single channel is going to be the best way that you want to get it to start. You don't want glide lock enabled. You want it to be an absolute. Piano mode is okay. It doesn't really matter. And it's really up to you where you want to start octave-wise and slide-wise. So have that selected. MPE, multi-channel, and single-channel all work. MPE, like I said, gives you more information than you really need. So I'm going to go back over to here. And as you can see, since I have everything coming in now, it's actually giving me all of my notes. So this is still really, really slow. Pardon me. But you'll notice that it's giving me channel 1 pressure and pitch, and then all of a sudden, if I start pressing all of the buttons, I start losing any sense of where anything is. And this gives me way too much information. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and taken the information that I really need, and that's when you want to make a MIDI, a MIDI map. This is the MIDI in we were just using, and I've already taken that and pulled a couple of selects out, so I have the pressure coming in. So that's any current button that's being pushed, or any current key that's being pushed, and the pressure that's it's receiving. And then pitch is currently the x-axis on what is currently being pushed. 15% over the last 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use 2 computers when I stream. It's just like that. 0 viewers as well. So if I had multiple viewers, it just would not work. And then the last one is the current note. So you can actually see it changing. And so if I wanted to pull it just directly from that. But what I do have down here is oh, come on. There we go. Is each individual key pulled out into its corresponding slider value. So you can do it that way. Or down here, I have the MIDI map, and just like I had earlier, if we go back to our MIDI device mapper, we'll see under buttons I have B1 all the way down through B24, because I have 24 keys on this little Seaboard block, and that's what's coming up as each individual button. It does give you velocity. So in the MIDI map, you can actually ask in the MIDI map to give you velocity. So when I push the lowest button, it's going to give me 0.4252, because I hit it at medium strength when I struck the key. Now, it's not going to give me the current velocity. That's why I needed that extra up here, this extra chop that was pulling out the current pressure. See, this is giving me the current pressure, but I still have my finger pulled down, pushed down. It's giving me 1 now, all the way, or 0.7, 0.8. But this down here is still saying 0.52. So I release it, it goes back to 0. That's why I have this pulled out into a logic chop. So if you push the button, it just gives it to either 1 or 0. So it gives me the option to either take it directly from what was first hit and then figure that in with what is being given to me at the current pressure or pitch, and have it change that way, or have it just binary if the key is being pressed or not, more in piano mode. So far, that's what I'm figuring out how to use the Seaboard block with. Yeah, so I'll kind of give a quick demonstration, just so you can see it working at the same time. So for instance, if I'm pushing this, you'll see that it came in at 0.0236, so hardly pushed at all, or 0.14, or 276. But if I push it all the way down, it comes in at 1. Well, that's not what I'm wanting. That's why I have this pressure up here, and that's why it's giving me the current pressure. Now that doesn't change just because I had this paused, by the way. I paused it just for frames per second sake. I can do the same thing, and this is the 10th key, and I only barely pushed it to start out with. Or hard. Hard! Yeah, there we go. Hard. So, there's that. This is currently just kind of as a little bit of an FYI for what I'm currently working with. This is working, Streamlabs is about 33–34%. Skip frames 15% over the last 2 minutes, and I'm running it 13 minutes in performance mode. Oh! And I just realized that. No, you were able to hear that. Yeah. See, this is tricky because I'm trying to use different inputs, and I'm getting used to this. But yeah, if you're interested, if you have any kind of questions about how I'm doing this, or want to learn a little bit more about how to use the MIDI mapping, please let me know. This is just kind of getting everything started. So thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. Oh, I will also begin placing the talks files for all of these in my GitHub, my summer 2020 GitHub. So that's all kind of coming together at the same time. I've been, yeah, getting a lot of that stuff done as well. So if you need it, then it'll be there for you.